So we're going to come over to our layers section, we're going to hit add, and we're going to come down to bass. We're going to select our input for bass, which in this case is the audio box USB, because that's where this mic is going into. We're going to make sure it's selected, and we're going to come to the front of the loop itself and just hit record. Do 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 do. Cool. So, and we have a bass line of my voice, which is going to suck. We're just going to play around the quantization. Just make sure everything's on. The beginning parts are on what they should be. Cool. So let's try listen to this now. Do 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 do. Okay, that's my voice, which is pretty terrible, but we do have a bass line, which is quite interesting. Just going to delete the stuff we don't need. Do 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 do. So don't need this top one. Don't need this guy here. Don't need this guy here either. Right, so we're going to start by just making that a bit more malleable, I think is the word. We're going to flatten some of the pitch just to get some of the warbles out. We're going to quantize the pitch as well, just to make it a little bit more even spread. And you can do this live. Do 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 do. Take that down. Do 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 do. Cool. All right. Do do do. So we have it there. Do. So now that we have our MIDI line / audio line, basically now we have our bass line. Now is our chance to make it more of a bass line, because it's still very much my voice. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to come across to this sound and time bar over here. Now you'll see that this is a slider, which is very nice and very lovely, and it means that you can blend the sound. So if you wanted, you could have some of the original input and then cross it with some of the VST bass. But yeah, and there's no reason for you to need to duplicate anything or anything else. It's just there, ready to go. Really nice feature. Now, in this instance, we want the whole of the bass. We don't want any of my voice. That's for best practice, trust me. And what we're going to do, we're just going to put that back. There we go. Put that there. We're going to put that there, and we're just going to hear what it sounds like. So. Cool. All right. So we can go into the intricacies. It's sounding a lot more like a bass, but there's a few bits that still sound a bit more digital. So we're just going to go into individual notes, and we're just going to play with the slide in some of these cases, just to kind of connect them up a little bit more, just so they're not so input like that. There we go. So. Gonna come for this guy here. Just slide him up a little bit as well. So yeah, as you can see, fairly simple, really good way to call it. Again, just flip something on its head using your voice, turning it into a VST. Now, I used a bass VST from the stock bank here in RipX, but you can import your own sounds if you wanted to. If you have the native access, for example, you can import that and use Massive if you wanted to, or anything to that matter. The point is that the flexibility is there and you can do it.